Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm London Jackson, and I'm assuming you're all here for the Steven Universe panel. All right, well, let's introduce our guests. We have Jennifer Paz, who voices Lapis Lazuli. There she is. Hey! We have Michaela Dietz, who voices Amethyst. We have Shelby Rabara, who voices Peridot.
I galloped.
And we have Grace Rolek, who voices Connie. So thank you so much, guys, for coming up on this stage and talking to all of us fans. Of course, I am a huge fan.
Thank you. We have an announcement to make.
Thank you.
We are so excited to be here. Punked you.
So I think Steven Universe is so popular because it is so relatable to not just the younger demographic, but the demographic like myself. So why don't you all tell us why you think that Steven Universe is popular and the kind of themes and perhaps life lessons that not just the younger demographic, but the older demographic gets from watching the series?
I think it's so popular because, for one, it's just a very positive show. Yes, it started off like being appealing to children, but as the series has developed, as you all know, it has, the range of fans has, like, I meet people who are like in their 40s and 50s who are like,
point to me.
oh my God. That are like, oh my gosh, I love the show. I watch it with my kids. And it's just very positive messages, very inclusive, progressive, relatable characters. And it's you're seeing things for the first time on the show that you've never seen before.
Definitely.
Yeah? You guys want to talk about that over here?
Yeah. For me personally, I know that, even though we're watching a bunch of beings from the alien race interact with each other, for me, I find in that I can relate as a person of color. And through this show, I've definitely sort of become
Jasper!
Look who snuck up on stage is Kimberly Brooks, who voices Jasper. Hi!
But that LA traffic, though.
Yeah.
I know.
I was like, VIP parking?
Yeah.
Not really.
I had to get rescued by a golf cart, so.
I got rescued by a golf cart,
too.
Thank you.
No, I was just
I
saying.
know we were in mid-thoughts, so I'm
Dude,
sorry.
all good. I was just saying this show's really helped me become more proud to be an Asian American woman and to represent. So
Yeah. I think the show for me has themes of it's of exploration in feelings, like feeling fear, working out those feelings of fear, being vulnerable, being scared. Just we're on this journey with Steven as he's growing up with these gems. And a lot of the themes that are written by our awesome Steven Crewniverse, they explore feelings that I feel like that are important for everybody, no matter what age you are, to keep thinking about. We all still feel scared as adults.
Of course.
And Steven Universe offers, it's a vehicle to go on a journey with Steven and the Gems and feel all the weird feelings, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, and the awesomeness.
Yeah, and I think also right now Steven Universe's messages are extremely timely because I think that a show that is for children but also can be enjoyed by all ages, talking about the importance of love and how that can overcome so many difficulties and differences between people is super, super important right now.
Yeah.
Definitely timely, especially with what's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
of course, completely agree.
So, with all of your different characters, you all are unique in your own way. And when you have to portray these characters, how do you relate to them and how do you convey the certain personalities and characteristics of them? Like, how do you connect with them on a personal level when you have to go in the booth and voice them and bring them to life?
Oh gosh. Well, with Lapis Lazuli, have any Lapis fans out there? Yes? No? Yeah? Cool. I mean, out of all the gems, she's kind of like the most mysterious one still, but she's the newest member, right?
Yes.
And Reunited. She came back, so she's officially part of the Crystal Gems. Yay! But I think she's so relatable because she's the character that has been dealing with a lot of traumatic stress and like just post-trauma. And for me personally, like I deal with some anxiety and depression. And these themes are very, very important to be able to address, again, because it's so timely, and just dealing with how to cope with fitting in and getting over stressful situations. So for me, I credit the writing. It's so great how these characters are so well developed, and they come from a real place. And with Lapis, like she's really had to earn her way, and also the way she's been relating to the other gems. You're really seeing her earn the trust with like Peridot and her friendship, and with Steven, I love just how he really empathizes with her. So I can relate to that in so many ways.
Oh, wow. So to get into character, I wake up.
Good, Michaela, good.
I eat a few snacks. I think that
Very
there's something
Amethyst
to
of you.
I think that there's something to Amethyst shape-shifting.
Yes.
It's like she's trying so hard to fit in, or in some cases to really stand out. And sort of the journey that I've gone along with Amethyst is, coming into your own, having a little more confidence, and I guess that's how our lives parallel each other.
Definitely you and Amethyst are like, how does it end and how does it begin? I feel like your personality and talking to you, you embody Amethyst so much.
Should I shape-shift into a cat now? Like, I don't know.
Or a chicken
Yeah.
right now. I think for Peridot, she's basically my spirit animal. Yeah. I'm very different than Peridot in real life. I really admire Peridot and the fact that she doesn't have a filter. Shelby in real life has somewhat of a filter, or I try to at least. But I really admire the way Peridot really feels. She feels like 175%. And whatever she's feeling, and though she doesn't understand it, she really, really feels it. So to get into character, I just kind of open up my third eye, because I got to just let her go. And it's nice. I can get my anger out through Peridot.
So
But
you
she's
don't
still so sweet.
So you don't call people clods in real life?
I do in my head all the time, but not. Oh, I only allow Peridot in her voice to say that. That's her special word.
That's fair.
Or like only when they're named Claudia.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Claudette.
yeah.
For me, Connie really reminds me in a lot of ways of my younger self, like when I was Connie, the character's age. And I really relate to her journey as a character, kind of going from being this bookwormish type, being like a little bit of a loner, but like, and then growing into like more bravery and all this charisma, and learning how to share all that she has with the world in a, like, just growing up and learning how to have a strong sense of inner value and growing as a person in a strong way.
As someone who's known you since you were 14,
I know, I was just gonna
it's
say.
like we've seen it happen.
It's really cool. Both you and Zach, like we've
Yes.
seen grow up on this show.
It's growth
so-
on screen and
Yes,
off screen.
it's amazing.
You're a woman. You're all grown up now.
Just turned 21, you know?
Yeah.
Been working on
Happy belated birthday.
been working on the show since I was like 15
Yeah,
and
wow.
Zach when he was 14, and so it's really funny like going into the records like and I mean before we started going to conventions with each other, like just seeing Zach like maybe like once every couple of like weeks or months, and just seeing like puberty happen like in these like little spurts. It's funny.
Cool. Well, I'm nothing like Jasper at all. I try not to be anyway, so it's like real acting. I don't call people puny little runs. Well, sometimes.
To me.
On the just kidding. Yeah, 'cause sometimes Michaela, but other than that. So yeah, I'm waiting for Rebecca to call me back so Jasper can have some sort of redemption. In my opinion.
That would
But it's so much fun. I love working on the show so much. It's just like, I don't know, the fandom is incredible.
yes.
The
Wow.
the love for the show, the representation, everything. It's just an
Yes.
amazing show to be a part of, and I wish I get to work with you guys more. We need to bring Jasper back.
I know.
All a little bit talked about show. Is there a particular episode that sticks out to you that represents your growth? Or do you have a favorite episode? Particular.
In
Oh,
case
your mic's
she
cutting in and
cut out, she said,
I
asked
know.
us
Sorry about the mic.
If there's a particular episode that we really identified with.
And
Yes.
stands
Correct.
out, right?
Yes.
and that shows growth? Is
Show-
that what you said?
Yeah.
So your
Okay.
Oh gosh, I think with Lapis, gosh, maybe Barnmates was a good one with seeing. That was the one where we kind of reconciled, right? Like
Yeah, we started making meat more.
you gave me your gift. No, was that when you gave me that gift? So you gave me the gift, and I was like, I
Yeah, my meat
don't
mort.
want your garbage. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my meat mort.
Yeah, I'm loving their relationship in that barn, and just
Like, yeah, my meat mort.
yes,
Yeah,
meat
yeah,
mort.
Can you not remember my meat mort?
That's right.
I wish you guys
And your
had
note, that amazing note, that when you gave me that note, you remember?
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much for. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. So Barnmates, I think is my favorite because you can really see the dynamic with Peridot and Lapis, and you can see her like finally sort of adjusting to her new environment again with seeing her evolution, and she's really trying. She's kind of a misunderstood character. So I think that the fact that she's trying to fit in, she should be given some credit. So yeah, she's trying, you guys. So yeah.
I wish you guys would open up a real meat morp store on Etsy. Like
A meat mort gallery.
For sure.
Fave that. Okay. For me and Amethyst, I would say a recent episode, What's Your Problem?
Yeah.
I think, I mean, she was deemed by Steven at that point as the most mature crystal gem. So.
Yes. That seemed like a very difficult episode for Amethyst to get her
Yeah.
feelings out. But
Totally,
Steven-
to be able to communicate them and also to have enough, awareness to want Steven to express his own feelings, and to try to help guide him through that. So, yeah.
My favorite episode was Back to the Kindergarten. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, well, you're so good in that as
you're
well.
so good
Like
in
when Peridot's super depressed, and I think we've all been there in the bathtub,
yes.
and Amethyst tries to,
You and
Steven
country
help me
music,
out,
yeah.
and I ask like, can I bring my music? And you're like, no, and we go back to the kindergarten. I can really relate to that because I think we've all had moments where we are really, really excited. Like when you do that whole change of thought where, you know, you might be sad about or like really disappointed. Then you're like, you know what? You know, let me give it one more chance. So Peridot gave it one more chance after, you know, trying to grow sunflowers in the kindergarten. And then she goes back the next day and they're all dead. And she just throws the biggest fit ever because she's so disappointed. But with the help of friends saying, we can do this, let's do it again. And she has this moment of realization. She's like, yeah, it did work. It's okay. And that moment when they're on the train and she's like, thanks guys. And she says it in like a really genuine way. That was something that I've been through in my life. Being frustrated and sad and then being happy and then back to frustrated again. Life is like peaks and valleys, everyone. It's not just an easy roller coaster, all right? And that episode made me cry. I was like, that was really special to me.
Maybe it's not about the output. Maybe the flowers grew within.
That was that.
That's right.
That was so beautiful,
So
Michaela.
deep.
I'm really glad we shared that moment here at LA Comic Con together.
So touching.
Okay, so like 3 or 4 episodes flashed into my head when you first asked this question, but I think I'm going to decide on talking about mindful education because, because Here Comes a Thought is like one of my favorite songs on the show, and also like it's going back to like timely messages in the show, like talking about like how you can center yourself when you're feeling anxious and all of these like chaotic thoughts are swirling in your head. It's like so great that is a message that was able to be put into the show. But for Connie as a character and through Stevani, Connie, it's part of like growing up and learning how to like, I mean, if you're gonna be a warrior, you're gonna have to learn how to figure out how to silence your worries and get through what you need to do in a way that isn't just squashing it down, because that's only gonna make it bubble up, but actually working through it and breathing through it and getting through it in a mindful way. I think that was an important moment for Connie and for Steven, and so Stevani.
I'll combine. Well, like I said, I think Jasper's best episode is yet to come. Right?
The redemption episode.
Redemption episode
Yes.
with the song.
Redemption with the rap song, I think, is what you want, right? You want a rap song.
Yes, a rap song, maybe. I don't know, maybe like a country song. I don't know. I'm up for anything.
Oh, Jasper Ryder.
I love that.
But I think that it's really, like I said, it's great to play Jasper, and I think she's very misunderstood. Does anyone else feel that way? That there's something else, right?
I don't know. That was a pretty toxic fusion. Wait a minute.
She has a...
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I think your best episode's yet to come.
I don't know if you'll be able to tell us anything, but it was announced that there will be a Steven Universe movie coming out on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Is there anything that you can tell us, that any themes, anything? I know it's probably under wraps. Can't divulge enough information.
That is a great question. Keep watching.
Will not be answered.
It's awesome.
It's
awesome.
a movie.
It's
It's
a movie.
It's
There's
a movie.
music.
Thumbs up.
Perfect.
Yes.
There's
Music.
singing.
There
Yes.
is
There's
music.
conflict.
Can confirm.
A character named Steven Universe, first name Steven, last name Universe. appears.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are gems in it.
There's gems.
Yeah.
There is also humans.
Yes.
There might be a redemption arc, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think those
I
are
wouldn't
all
know
true.
anything about
I
that.
agree. Well, I think to round out this panel, since we have to end pretty soon, can you guys quickly give us your favorite song? Because music is so important within this series. So do you have a favorite song?
I mean, Stronger Than You. Yes, that's my favorite.
Banger.
And Mindful, or yeah, Here Comes a Thought too. That's,
Of course.
Yeah. Mr. Greg.
I like Peace and Love on the planet
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah. I mean, It's Over, Isn't It? Is like just, oh, my heart. Yeah, that's my answer.
I'm gonna say Stronger Than You because Jasper would obviously sing that Stronger Than You. So, there's no other choice.
Oh, and Distant Shore. Hello, Lapis Lazuli.
Oh yeah.
Well, shout out to that. Yay.
Well, I think what you all have discussed, saying that there's growth and that there's so much for both the younger and the older demographic, and it is timely, and it hits on issues that maybe some shows are afraid to discuss or feel that, oh, it's too taboo, but I love the fact that Steven Universe can appeal to a wide audience, and hopefully a lot of lessons are learned. And however long Steven Universe continues, I would have it go on for seasons and seasons.
Forever.
And I know that's not realistic, but you all bring so much to your characters, and I think we all thank you so much for making Steven
thank you,
Universe
guys.
Thank
such
you.
an amazing
Thank you all for coming
show.
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are
So-
awesome.
So thank you guys so much for coming to the Steven Universe panel. I hope you got a little bit more insight into these characters. I know I did. And yes,
Thanks,
thank you
London.
guys
Thank
for coming.
you.
Thanks, London.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be signing over here.
Yes, they'll be signing. Go
hi
see
to
them.
us.
Yes, in the signing corner. Yay!
Oh,
Say hi to
yay.
Michaela.
Everyone say hi.
Group photo, group photo, group photo.
Spread love.
Spread love.
Of course. Thank you guys so much.